Hi, my name is Dave Sumi, and I'm responsible for marketing at Airvine. What we're going to share with you today in our next chapters in the Airvine University is our newest product to come to market, our WaveCore product. And our WaveCore product, as we're going to discuss a little bit later, has some very unique applications, and it fits very well with the Wave Tunnel product that you're already familiar with. So with that, let's jump right in and talk about WaveCore. What is it? Why are we coming out with WaveCore? What is the problem we're trying to solve? I mean, developing cool products is something we all love to do, all us nerds and geeks, but really there has to be a problem that you're solving. And the problem that we're solving is one that we ran into as we were deploying our wave tunnel systems around the world. That is, cement and concrete walls and floors are a fact of life in most commercial constructions. Whether it's the floor, or you've got a firewall somewhere in your building, I can almost guarantee you your commercial building, you're going to have concrete walls. Specifically, HVAC rooms, fire alarm rooms, networking rooms, they're all in the basement. They're in a concrete bunker. You've got firewalls coming down your corridors. You've got a firewall, fire doors. You're trying to make sure you're following code, make sure the buildings are safe. Furthermore, floors and ceilings are very, very common concrete construction. Almost all commercial floors and ceilings are made out of concrete. And last, roof penetration. There's a lot of communications networks that come to the top of your building, and you need to get through that roof and inside. All of these networks that you're using today rely on cable for backbones, which means you're drilling through this concrete, your HVAC room, your firewall, your roof penetration. You're drilling. That's the only way you can get those cables through those barriers. And that can be expensive. Not only is it expensive from a pure cost perspective, it's expensive from a scheduling and time perspective. So this is the problem we ran into as we've been deploying and talking to customers about our wave tunnel. And that's why we came up with the WaveCore. The WaveCore, very simply, is a high performance indoor wireless point-to-point link. You get a roughly 2 gigabits per second of throughput through 8 inches of concrete. Less concrete, more gigabits, more concrete, less gigabits. But the product is at its core, the specification is over 2 gigabits per second going through 8 inches of concrete. It's a very simple product. It's sold as a link, 2 boxes, one on each side of the wall. It has either a PoE power supply. You can plug it into a PoE switch, or you can plug it into a wave tunnel. And if you don't have a PoE supply nearby, you can always go to the 12-volt DC input. We have 2 ports in the product. As again, it's a very simple bridge. We have one RJ45 auto sensing 1 gig, 2.5, 10 gig Ethernet. We also have an SFP port. There will be many server rooms where there's SFP and fiber running around. It's for that, the SFP port, 1 gig, 10 gig. Again, this product is designed to go through walls and ceilings made out of concrete. Anything else, the wave tunnel can handle. How do you deploy the WaveCore? Again, if you're looking at it from a wall perspective, you can look at the top left where it's actually hanging from the ceiling. And it's maybe a foot, maybe 2 feet away from that concrete wall that it's trying to penetrate. Alternatively, you can mount it right up against the cement wall that you're trying to go through. And on the other side of the wall, you have the secondary unit. Alignment is accomplished through a very simple alignment tool with it that's in our GUI, that's in our smartphone app. Making the installation very, very easy. Likewise, if you're trying to go through a ceiling, well, all ceilings at some point are floors. So what you're going to do is you're going to have the first unit mounted on the first floor on the ceiling. But on the second floor, you don't want that unit on the floor. It needs to be across the gap to the next ceiling. And that means the WaveCore needs to not only penetrate the concrete of the first floor, first ceiling, it has to connect through that extra 8 to 10 feet to the next unit. And it does. So now we've talked a little bit about the WaveCore. It's a very simple product. It's very simple to deploy.